You are always what you eat. Some of these dangerous foods that you may be eating contains hidden toxins, parasites, and poisons which can have life-threatening side effects. You will look at several dangerous foods today and get to know the terrifying truths of all these harmful foods. Let's start with processed meat like sausages, hot dogs, cured bacon. The main issue is the way they are prepared and modified. They are typically made from red meats by curing, salting, smoking, drying, or canning. They are made up of sodium nitrite, which is used to preserve red color of the meat, to improve the flavor by suppressing fat oxidation, and to prevent the growth of bacteria. Also, it is used to improve flavor and cut the risk of food poisoning. Nitrite is also found in other foods and can be beneficial for your health. However, not all nitrite is the same. Nitrite in processed meats turn into harmful nitroso compounds like nitrosamines. Processed meat is the main dietary source of nitrosamines. Other sources include tobacco smoke, pickled foods. Nitrosamines are created when processed meat products are exposed to high heat, such as frying bacon or grilling sausages. Several studies done on animals show that nitrosamines play a major role in the formation of bowel cancer. It is supported by observational studies in humans, indicating high risk of stomach and bowel cancer due to nitrosamines. Also, smoked meat products may contain high amounts of polycyclic aromatic hydrocarbons. These also may have shown to cause cancer. Also, high amount of salt present in processed meat is very harmful for your health. There is no need to completely eliminate processed meats from your diet, but limit its consumption and include some vegetables or free-range chicken or turkey or any meat-free alternative. Next one is casu marzu, which is illegal cheese made in Sardinia, Italy. To make this, you start with pieces of pecorino sardo cheese. You set the cheese out in the open, uncovered, and allow cheese flies to lay eggs in the cheese. The eggs hatch into transparent white maggots about 8 mm long. Sometimes, instead of waiting for the flies to lay eggs, already formed maggots are introduced into the cheese to speed up the process. A piece of pecorino cheese can be populated by thousands of maggots. As the maggots feed on the cheese, they cause the cheese to ferment and the fats in it to decompose. The cheese becomes very soft with liquid weeping out of it. The finished cheese has a very strong, pungent, burning taste. It is generally served with Sardinian bread. Most people do not remove the maggots. It is recommended to eat this cheese wearing eye protection because the maggots can jump up to 6 inches into your eyes. For those who prefer not to eat maggots, the maggots can be forced out of the cheese by sealing the cheese in a bag, suffocating them. Casu marzu is illegal in USA and Europe due to the food safety law regarding eating food with insects and parasites. The big risk of eating it is that maggots can survive the chewing and digesting process and make themselves comfortable in your gastrointestinal tract, causing several intestine diseases. Do you have any interest in eating this cheese? Please let me know in the comments below. Next is fruit juice. It can be more harmful than a sugary soda. It packs around 110 calories and 20 to 25 grams of sugar per 240 ml. Calories consumed from juices are unlikely to fill you up as much as an equal number of calories consumed from a fiber-rich food with the same amount of sugar, such as a piece of fruit. So it is always better to eat a fruit which contains a lot of fiber and it absorbs the fructose sugar content of the fruit. While on the other side, fruit juices only contain fructose sugar. Research clearly shows a link between fruit juice and a higher risk of illness such as type 2 diabetes, high blood pressure and heart disease, as well as high risk of premature death. It is always better to replace fruit juice with a glass of water and avoid all the health issues. Next on the list is fugu. It is a type of blowfish or pufferfish that is considered as the most dangerous food in the world due to a rare poison tetrodotoxin found in its organs. It's even said that its poison is 200 times deadlier than cyanide. Despite that, in Japan, this fish is considered as a gourmet item. It is incredibly rare and expensive to prepare and eat. Plus, it can kill you if you consume an ill-prepared fugu dish. But while risky, those who love it insist that fugu is more delicious than dangerous. Fugu is banned in US, UK and was banned for a long time in Japan. But as of 1948, Japan allowed licensed training for specialty chefs keen on working with fugu fish. Means chefs need to go through specialized training that earn them fugu license, where they learn all techniques to clean and remove all the poison from fugu fish. Anyone still interested to try fugu fish? Next is red hot chili pepper. That can make you feel very uncomfortable when you eat in large quantities. But very few people realize the after effects of eating them in big quantities. This is because chilies contain a chemical compound called capsaicin, which activates neurons in our brain responsible for feeling heat. This tricks our brains into activating our burn defense system, where the issues begin. This can cause inflammation, nausea, vomiting, abdominal pain and diarrhea. The hotter the pepper, more extreme are the effects. To avoid falling into these issues, always look at Scoville scale before you decide which pepper to eat. This scale will tell you how much capsaicin is present in different chilies, ranking them according to heat units. Average jalapeno pepper measures around 5,000 units, while the red ghost pepper around 1 million units. Can you handle ghost pepper in your diet every day? Let me know in the comments. Next is sen nakji. Can you eat a moving, wriggling, alive octopus? Sen nakji dish is considered the delicacy in Korea, where you eat alive octopus. But if you think senakji sounds great, take a moment to consider the tentacles and then consider the suckers on those tentacles. A number of people have died eating senakji because the suckers stuck to the inside of their throats, causing them to choke. Anyone here who wants to try this out? Next on the list is farmed salmon, which is farmed and harvested under controlled conditions in sea cages. Crowded conditions of these farms cause contamination. There is something not right about it. A 2003 report from Environmental Working Group found that 7 out of 10 farmed salmon purchased in grocery stores were contaminated with cancer-causing polychlorinated biphenyls at high levels. This chemical is also very dangerous for our immune system and can cause reproductive problems. Also, farmed salmon contains toxic chemicals, methyl mercury and dioxins, and farms have been accused of polluting the oceans, fostering disease. Next is fast food. With high levels of sugar, sodium, saturated fats and too many calories, eating fast food regularly is dangerous for health and is linked to obesity, heart disease and diabetes. Also, according to a research done, it has a bad impact on your mental health, and people who eat fast food 4 to 5 times a week are 50% more prone to anxiety and depression. Fast food creates poor impulse control and cravings because it triggers release of dopamine, giving you a feel-good rush. That's why the more you eat fast food, the more you want it. And if you don't get that fast food regularly, you don't feel good and become unhappy and stressed. So it is always good to eat fast food no more than once a week, even if your schedule is very busy. This will protect your mind, body and soul. Next food is bagels. It may be the most dangerous food present in your kitchen. A lot of people in US get injured while preparing bagels and end up in hospital. You may wonder, why is that? The problem is that you need to hold bagels in your hands to slice them. So it is very easy to cut your hand while slicing the bagels. The same injury issues exist with cutting avocados as well. So be very careful while handling these two foods. Next food is nutmeg. It contains a substance known as myristicin, which can affect your central nervous system, resulting in vomiting, hallucinations, and in some extreme cases, even death. Once myristicin gets absorbed in the body, it stimulates the release of a protein called cytochrome C, which may cause cell death, and insignificant quantities lead to organ failure. That's why it is highly toxic. Just small teaspoon of the spice can cause myrcene poisoning, and more than that can even kill you. Most of the cases, recipes require very small amount of nutmeg, which feeds large amount of people. So be very careful while putting nutmeg in your food, otherwise you will soon start hallucinating or even can cause death. I hope this video helped you. Please hit the notification bell to get the latest videos. Ting! Here it is. Ting! Please do let me know if you know any other dangerous food that I should include in this list. Coming up is a playlist where I share some good food ideas, exercise and walking tips to reduce belly fat fast.